Namaste, beautiful yogis. Happy to be here with you again, and we are going to travel into the beautiful world of Yin Yoga today, where we're gonna do quite a lot of deep hip opening and well, enjoy ourselves obviously, because as a Yinster myself, I love my Yin Yoga so much. And very first of all, I just want to thank you all for being on this journey with me, on this yogic journey. Your presence means the world to me. I cannot describe that, and I cannot be grateful enough for your presence in my yogic journey, and I hope you have been enjoying yourself. Thank you for every bit of a support, every kind word. It means the world to me. Thank you. Let's get started. So we're gonna start out in a cross-legged seated position. Now, I hope you have some blocks around. We might not necessarily need them at all, so no stress about it, but you might enjoy them in some of the postures. I do prefer to have yoga blocks around, so either also like a sofa cushion or a rolled up towel, that's more than perfect too. So, in a cross-legged seated position, we shall start. Choose your way of sitting. I sometimes prefer half a lotus pose or just crossing my ankles, whatever feels good for you. Most important thing is that your back is nice and straight, so you have more capacity for that deep breathing. Relax your hands down to your knees. You can either have your palms facing downward or you can have your palms facing upwards. Choice is yours, so do what feels nice. Choice is always yours, by the way, so good, you always have a choice. Remember that. Now let's close our eyes for this very first moment in our practice. We're just gonna shut the outer world outside. We're gonna leave the thoughts that don't concern this moment, our work, our hobbies, our relationships, our partners, our kids, our parents. Whatever is on your mind, just let that go, put it in a box and open that box after your practice. First, we're gonna just start by relaxing and softening our face, softening our shoulders. Make sure your neck is nice and long. Back of the neck is in line with your spine. Don't arch your spine, but allow your hips to sink down, creating more space in the lower back. Feel your roots from your hips digging deep into the floor through the layers and layers of the earth into the very core of the earth, grounding you, rooting you, bringing your new energy, bringing your new life force. At the same time, on an inhalation, you can feel the top of your head reaching upwards. You can feel lifted at the same time. You feel grounded. You sense your body, any bit of aches and pains, comfort and discomfort in your body today. Noticing your restrictions today. If you have been sick or you have been in a hospital, in a surgery or anything like that, remember to honor your body and take this practice very carefully, with caution, with patience, and most importantly with love. Shifting your awareness to your breath, taking nice, calm, deep breaths. Just enjoying this moment where you can stop, where you can just be without doing, without achieving, without controlling. You can just relax in this moment, being present. Good. Now on your next exhalation, start to lower your chin down. Don't round your back, but just lower your chin down. Then bring your head to your right. As you exhale, bring your chin back to your chest. As you inhale, take your head to your left. Exhale, chin down. Inhale, roll over to your right side one more time. Exhale, chin down. Inhale to your left. Exhale, bring your chin back down. Inhale, bring your head back up. Good. Release your hands down to the side. If you want to, you can open your eyes, but you can also keep your eyes closed and just trying to understand my Finglish, this Finnish English accent, and do your best. Turn your palms up. Inhale, start to bring your hands up towards the ceiling or sky if you're practicing outside. Interlock your fingers, and on your next inhalation, press the palms up. As you exhale, round your back and push the palms forward. Inhale, bring your palms back up. As you exhale, take a nice little twist to your right, releasing your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind your back. Inhale, bring your arms back up. And exhale, twist over to your left. This is just a little movement for the beginning, just to get that spine nice and open. Good. Inhale one more time, bring your hands up. Exhale through the side. We're going to bring the hands back down. Bring your hands slightly behind you. Bring your feet about mat width apart, or like I'm using the long side of my mat now, so a little wider than hip width apart. Good. And we're going to drop the knees over to our right side, so you can see I have like 90-degree angles in my knees, and I'm going to come into a sleeping deer. So I'm just going to relax down here. I'm going to soften my head. I'm going to release any bit of a tension from my right hip, from my entire body actually. I'm going to soften my shoulders. This is a nice place to use a yoga block if you do have one. You can use it underneath your head, or maybe you want to bring your head down to your hands. Good, and just finding your position. And for the next 2 minutes, we're going to just silently stay here. If you notice any bit of an ache and pain, then come up, come into halfway of the pose, or come all the way out of the pose. But other than that, just enjoy yourself. Notice how good it is to release that tight glute muscle and release that sciatica nerve running down your back and in that glute. Good. Maybe you can sense that right hip drawing slightly back, increasing that beautiful stretch. I just adore this pose. I find it a little bit more gentle for my knees than the swan pose. Good. And just taking a moment in here. And today I will let you enjoy your poses in a silence. Just relaxing. Now slowly start to roll yourself back up. Just walking your hands back up, shifting your knees to the center, and a couple of times just rocking your knees side to side, releasing any bit of a tension from your hips and your legs. When you come to the center, bring your left heel towards the pelvic floor, straighten your right leg, bring your right hand down and start to lift your left arm up. As you exhale, you're going to lengthen over towards that right leg. Good, just creating a nice deep stretch through the side body. Breathing in between your rib cage, and just relaxing your shoulders also very easily. In a side bend, we tend to lift our shoulders, but relax the shoulders. You can even allow your face to just look down and relax. Good, and then you're going to come back up, and then you're going to turn towards your right leg. Now I'm going to show you a couple of variations what you can use your blocks for, or your pillow. You can use it underneath this bent knee, or you can use it underneath your forearms. Make sure your chest is turned towards that right leg, and then you're going to just slowly fold down. So a nice deep hamstring stretch and a stretch for your inner thigh. There's also a lovely hip opening going on here. Good, and again for just a couple of minutes, let's stay here in a stillness, just breathing without moving, with our mind here relaxed, allowing the thoughts to just fly away, not bother us. Good. Start to slowly come back up from this pose. You can bring your blocks away. Good. Step your left foot down, right foot down, and again just a bit of a swing side to side, and then we're going to do the same postures on the left side. Good. Now you're going to rock your knees over to your left, again creating those 90-degree angles, and you're going to come into your sleeping deer. You just slowly fold down on top of your left knee, and again feel free to use your blocks if you prefer. There's so many options, so many different ways to make this pose more comfortable for us. Some people like to use a pillow in between the belly and the thigh. Some people like to use a blanket underneath the knee. Whatever suits you. And my apologies for sounding a bit like nasal, because it's half of the Finland is sick with this flu at the moment. So and I'm one of the many of the sick ones. But I'm recovering, and I'm loving my yin yoga. You know, when you need that bit of a stretching, when you've been laying down in a bed, then there's nothing better than to just get those juices flowing, get that like energy going and blood circulating and so on. Good. We're gonna gently, slowly come up from the pose, bringing our knees to the center again and just swinging the knees to find relaxation. And then we're gonna bring that right heel towards the pelvic floor, lengthen out the left leg, bring that left hand down, and we're gonna lift that right arm up and over for a side bend, breathing just there in between our rib cage, letting go, creating space for our lungs, for the breathing muscles, relaxing our head, relaxing our shoulders. Slowly coming back up. Good. Preparing ourselves for that hamstring stretch. We're going to just turn our chest towards the left leg. And again, feel free to use your blocks if you want to. There's so many ways you can use them underneath your head and just stay up a little bit higher, or using your block on top of your knee or your lower leg, for example. Again, many variations. What suits you? Maybe you find out something new, you know, a different way to use the blocks. As I'm teaching a yoga class, I'm always observing the students and noticing some funky ways of using the blocks. It's so interesting. Blocks. Excellent. Let's relax. Again, slowly start to roll yourself up. Bring your blocks to the side, lean slightly back, bend your knees again, and just swing your knees side to side. Good. Now, from here, let's lie down on our back. Final postures left for this practice now. Good. Continuing with that deep hip opening, we're going to hug our knee in. On an exhalation, we're going to lengthen the right leg. Good. Just feeling a short stretch or a stretch in our hamstring, but we're not going to stay here for long at all. Just a moment. Just getting a bit of a sensation here. You can even circle your ankle a little. Lovely, and then you're going to bring your ankle on top of your left thigh, and just for a moment slowly push that right knee away. Hold it there. You can slide that right ankle a little bit more down. You can even grab your toes with your left hand, because we're going to come to a bit of a twist from here. So you slowly bring those legs down to your left side. Now here, one option is that you use a block or a underneath your knee or your foot. You can bring your right hand just next to your head, taking your gaze over to your right, and just surrender. Relax your strong muscles in your thigh, in your buttocks, in your lower back. I will take 3 minutes in here. Just enjoy yourself. Stretches here in your hip, in outer hip, inner outer thigh, in your IT band. Such an important part of our body that should be kept flexible and nice, so you don't want any pain in your life. Now let's bring that right hand back down. Come back to the center. Bring your foot down. Hug your left knee in. Good. And lengthen your left leg. So we only have this side left, but still enjoying ourselves. Still some nice long poses coming up. Feel free to move your ankle around if you wish. And then let's bring that left ankle down to the right thigh. Gently with your left hand, you can push that knee away. Just very gently though. If you want to, you can take a hold of your left toes with your right hand, and then coming into this IT band stretch, we're going to take our left hand down to the side, gaze over to the left, and bring your legs down to your right like a figure 4. So your left knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. You're focusing on relaxing your glute, relaxing your thigh, relaxing your back. Can feel quite intense if you have been working out and forgotten about your stretches, so it can be intense pose. Let's take a moment in here. Start to come back to the center. Relax your left hand down, relax your left foot down. Now hug your knees into your chest. Nice deep hug. Rock yourself side to side. And then bring your feet down. Come into Shavasana. We're going to take a few minutes in our final resting pose. Please don't skip this. It's an important part of our practice. If you do feel discomfortable in a reclined position, you can either have your knees bent, bring the knees together, or do this on your side. Good. Otherwise, just lengthen your heels towards the corners of your mat. Bring your hands down to the side, palms facing upwards. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and on an exhalation, surrender down. Give yourself this gift, this little time of relaxation, of complete freedom from doing, controlling, achieving. Good. Now, let's bring the hands next to our body. We can move our head around a bit. Bend your knees. Take a deep breath in. Reach your arms above your head. Just really lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And as you exhale, you just turn to your right side into a fetal position. And from your fetal position, with the support of your left hand, you come up into a cross-legged seated position. Keep your eyes closed, rub your palms, create heat, and then bring your warm palms over your closed eyes. In the darkness of your palms, open up your eyes. And take your hands back to your heart center. Namaste. Oh, I hope you feel as calm as I do. I thoroughly love my yin yoga practice so very much. It's amazing. It calms you, and yet at the same time it gives you such a boost of creativity, energy, and that sense of clarity also, I think. Anyhow, if you did enjoy my class, then feel free to subscribe. There's sometimes videos in Finnish, sometimes in English, and yeah, we'll see you on our mats again. Comment, give me a thumbs up, donate something if you can. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. Bye.